This past week, a new report from the Iowa Cancer Registry showed that over 20,000 new invasive cancers will be diagnosed among Iowans in 2025. The state is once again shown to have the second highest age-adjusted rate of new cancer diagnosis in the nation. And a young boy from Adel is calling on Congress to support policies for kids like himself. Yesterday, Sage Young, who has cancer, met with several members of Iowa's delegation in Washington, D.C. Local 5's Alex Fulton spoke with Sage and his mother today, hours after they landed back in Iowa. Alex?
Well, Larissa, Sage Young was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia B cell when he was just 4. Yesterday, he was the only child from Iowa on the Hill participating in a large push for reform.
He's been battling cancer for half of his life.
During his Washington, D.C. trip, Sage Young shared his own story of battling leukemia.
One thing that we really hit on was that the chemotherapies that he receives are very toxic, and there's not a lot of new drugs on the market.
While on Capitol Hill, the 7-year-old and his mom met with Senators Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst, as well as Representative Zach Nunn.
It wasn't really formal. It was very inviting and comforting and really a warm setting.
The two of them advocated for 2 key pieces of legislation for kids with cancer: the Accelerating Kids Access to Care Act and the Give Kids a Chance Act.
Since the population is so much smaller in the childhood community versus the adult population, we need to make sure that we hold all of those groups responsible to also research for kids as well.
Sage and his mom also urged members of Congress to preserve existing federal funding for childhood cancer.
They were so receptive of what we were saying, and all of them said this is a top priority to this office. We feel very passionate about this.
The trip was through the Ambassador program at the St. Baldrick's Foundation, a not-for-profit trying to cure childhood cancer.
So we just feel honored that we could represent each and every one of the kids that we've crossed paths with so far in Sage's journey and beyond.
Now Sage is going to ring the bell in May to mark the end of his cancer treatment. His mom tells me that the legislation is still necessary in case he relapses and requires access to safe and effective treatment. Larissa?